Today on CCX News, rideshare exit, the latest with Uber and Lyft, and what their possible Twin Cities departure means for those who rely on those companies for rides and income. A decision on rideshares by the Minneapolis City Council may have far-reaching consequences. As Kevin Miller reports, both drivers and riders are feeling uneasy.
10,444. That's a rough estimate on how many rides Lyft driver Travis Joseph has given in the past 5 years.
I enjoy the job. It's an easy, flexible job.
He hauls folks across the Twin Cities, wherever they need to go.
I'd take anybody. That's how you make the money. You take as many rides as you can.
But he's worried that all could come to an abrupt, if uncinematic, end this spring. The Minneapolis City Council approved a wage hike for rideshare drivers. In response, Uber says they're leaving the Twin Cities, and Lyft says they're done with Minneapolis on May 1st. And while Lyft isn't Joseph's main moneymaker, he's worried his side gig driving may fall by the wayside.
I could see how this will hurt a lot of people, and honestly, I want to keep that money coming in because it does help me survive. It helps me pay my bills.
But it's not just drivers who are anxious.
Yep.
At her Golden Valley apartment, Mary Casey says if the rideshares go, she's not likely to go anywhere very fast.
When you're only 55, it's kind of hard. So, I've been very grateful with Uber and Lyft.
Her severe vertigo means she can't drive. So she relies on services like Metro Mobility and rideshares to get where she needs to go.
If I want to go meet friends for dinner or for drinks or to go shopping or just, to get out of here, I have that.
Uber and Lyft give her quick access to transit. But if the rideshares disappear, so does her autonomy.
When you lose your independence, it's a hard thing to adjust to. And to know that it might be going away, there goes the independence again.
Both Casey and Joseph are calling on state lawmakers to keep the rideshares in town.
I hope that there's every resource possible to get Uber and Lyft to stay.
Act now. Put a bill together, get it passed, stop city councils. City councils should not be able to control a whole metro or state.
Kevin Miller, CCX News.
The Robbinsdale School District has narrowed its search for a new superintendent. The school board has selected 6 finalists for the district's top job. The finalists range from candidates from Twin Cities school districts to ones out of state. Candidates include applicants from St. Louis Park, Hopkins, and Columbia Heights Public Schools, as well as another from a school district on the Iron Range, one from Madison, Wisconsin, and a candidate from St. Louis County, Missouri. They were chosen from an initial pool of 14 applicants. Interviews for all 6 semifinalists are scheduled for Saturday, April 6th. Crystal Police were recognized this week for responding to among the most difficult calls an officer has to respond to.
We are absolutely proud and in awe of the good work that these police officers do every single day. I share this with you because, as you know, these are hard calls for them to go on. These are calls that nobody wants to go on.
That is Crystal Police Chief Stephanie Revering, who shared 4 life-saving stories that involved the work of her officers. Officer Josh Caston, Sergeant Matt Saba, Officer Tim Simon, Officer Anna Futterer, and Officer Cole Horner. All had the grim task of responding to calls of people who had overdosed and were unresponsive or in the middle of a suicide attempt. Because of their efforts, all the individuals survived, including a mother of a 2-year-old child. We certainly thank them for the work that they do. The Brooklyn Center nonprofit organization has received a big surprise, a $2 million surprise.
It was amazing. I was at an event. I was about to go on a panel, actually, and I read my email, and then I just started, I was freaking out. I was so excited.
Brooklyn Center-based CAPI USA is one of 10 Twin Cities nonprofits to receive a grant from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott's organization, Yield Giving. CAPI applied for a $1 million grant about a year ago, but officials with the nonprofit said they ended up being one of the top scoring applicants. So Scott's organization decided to double the amount. CAPI would like to reinvest that money into Brooklyn Center.
One of the ideas that we have is launching a closing cost assistance fund for new homeowners that are moving into Brooklyn Center.
CAPI says the money will also help support a building expansion. They hope to break ground on the project in June of 2025. While the NCAA men's basketball tournament is starting up this Thursday, one area middle school's tournament is just winding down. Emily Haugen takes you to March Madness at Northview Middle.
Just down the hallway at Northview Middle School is a little friendly competition.
We don't have to really hype it up. The kids do that themselves.
It's the school's third annual March Madness tournament.
They're always playing basketball, so we figured let's do some sort of tournament to make it fun for them and us as teachers to get involved.
Northview teacher Andrea Gross says kids have to be on their best behavior to participate.
So having that encouragement, like, okay, let's go to class, then you get to play in your basketball tournament, is a nice reward to have.
Today's matchup is students versus staff. For most of March, the kids play each other. They form teams across all grades, follow a bracket, and gather in the gym to support each other. Sixth grader Blondine Koivaji's multi-grade team made it to the Final Four.
That is really good because some of my friends that I don't have class with, I get to be seeing them there and we get to be, having fun.
Well, seventh grader Triumph Famuide's team almost made it to the finals.
My team made it to Elite 8, but we lost. But it was really fun.
He's still in good spirits.
Watching the game is really fun and seeing other people play.
And luckily, he and his classmates still got some playtime with the staff game. The teachers won this round. But in the end, they're all in this together.
Everyone is just having fun even if they're not playing, and that's good to see.
In Brooklyn Park, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Northview is holding its Final Four tournament on Friday, complete with music, treats, and a dance performance.